Bush and me, we're back, baby. It's our Super Bowl show. Last one of the year. Man, get that ring out of here. This time last year, we were at Grails down in Miami. We were at Radio Row. We were living it up. It's a different world nowadays.
It was all good just a year ago, man. We had a good time too, and like 3 weeks later, everything we had a bomb dropped on us, man.
Shut it down.
But we had an NFL season. We had an NFL season, and we're at the Super Bowl. We didn't even think we were going to play the game.
Yeah, it's true. Finally got here.
True that.
Before we get into the Super Bowl, though, there's some big news out there right now. Blockbuster trade everybody's talking about. Matt Stafford for Jared Goff, 2 first-rounders and a 3rd-rounder. People are saying they overpaid for this guy. Quick thoughts on that. I think the Rams need to win now. They're built to win now. You look at that defense, right? This could be their missing piece. So Sean McVay said, get this guy for me, get it done. It's a little scary to me because I looked at the numbers this year. Stafford, 4,000 yards, 26 TDs, 10 interceptions. Goff, just under 4,000 yards, 20 TDs, 13 interceptions, kind of comparable, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at Stafford, everybody's like, if he can stay healthy, this could be a great matchup with them. I think this offense could help him stay healthy. The way McVay calls the plays, gets the balls out of his hand. Surprising stat here. This guy might have glass in his bones because they say he gets hurt a lot, but he's got ice water in his veins. If I asked you, since 2011, who has the most fourth quarter come from behind wins in the NFL? Answer would be Matt Stafford with 19. If I asked you who had the most game-winning drives to win the game on the last drive, the answer is Matt Stafford with 22. That surprised me. Wow. I think this will be a great fit for them. Jared Goff on the other end of it. You look at their new GM, Brad Holmes, to Detroit. Shout out to Brad Holmes. He came over from the Rams, so he was the director of college scouting for them. He likes this guy Goff. You look at their new offense coordinator, Anthony Lynn. He came from LA Chargers, but he's familiar with Goff. It sounds like this is a great rebuilding tool for the Lions because they have all the draft picks lined up. But it sounds like they don't think Goff's just going to be that placeholder. They like him long term, so we'll have to see what works out on that end. Bush, what are your thoughts on this trade?
I'm a fan of the trade because it gives Jared Goff the opportunity to, one, obviously get out of a toxic situation between him and his head coach. You've been hearing all the reports that have been out. So it kind of gives Goff a fresh start, and he gets a fresh start in Detroit. That city, I mean, all cities want a winner, but you know it's a certain type of fan that you have there in Detroit, and to go there and have the opportunity to win and be a part of a new regime. You have Dan Campbell bringing in his guys. You heard how animated and jacked up he was in his press conference. I had the ability to be around Dan for a couple of years, and he brings that passion to the game, and it might be the fire that Jared Goff needs. I think they have the possibility to build something special down there, but Stafford and the Rams are the winner because you're looking at Matt Stafford, the stat you already talked about. The guy can play football. He can get the ball anywhere you need it to be. You know, McVay is going to want to air it out. I think this is the guy that fits in perfectly. The Rams are, throwing away their draft picks again, and now they're trying to load up to try to get this Super Bowl. I mean, I guess it's the type of thing that you got to do. This is what they've been doing for the last couple of years. But I really feel like Matt Stafford in this offense could be special, and it could at least get them another notch in the playoffs. And another thing that Matt Stafford's going to love about this trade is the defense that he's going to. You got Aaron Donald on the other side. You have Ramsey. You have, Floyd who can get after the passer. I mean, if they can keep that same dynamic, he's going there with a strong arm. I love the talent he has on offense. You got Woods. You got Kupp. You got Reynolds. You got Higbee at your tight end. Who's the running back? Cam Akers. Cam Akers. Okay, so you got Matt Stafford going there with that loaded offense, that defense. Rams fans should be kind of happy with this trade.
They should be very happy. Happy in LA. Another part of this is, what does this mean now for Deshaun Watson's trade value? He's requested a trade. He wants out of Houston. For me, I think they should be able to get 3 first-rounders for him now, right? They set the market out there. Maybe 2
You
first-rounders.
might be able to get a whole draft class, being that what this trade was just for.
Well, I don't know. We don't have Mike Ditka on the Saints, and Ricky Williams is not there, so. But you might be able to get 3 first-rounders. I'm thinking maybe 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, and then you throw a quarterback in there. But the big question is going to be the potential landing spots, right? Who's going to be able to give up that many picks or give up players to make it work? We got to look at people who need quarterbacks out there. Let's run through them. Denver needs a quarterback right now. Historically, they did it for Manning. They brought in the quarterback, changed their whole regime around, won a Super Bowl that year. John Elway's still there. Look for him to try to take a shot at that. The Colts, they need a quarterback. Rivers is gone. But I don't think Houston would allow that to happen in the division. The 49ers are looking for a quarterback. It's rumored that Jimmy G is not their man. They rumored to make a move on Stafford. Didn't happen, but maybe Deshaun could land there. Patriots are on the list because they do need a quarterback. Cam had a 1-year deal. But the funny thing here is Matt Stafford, it's rumored that he said you can trade. No, Matt Stafford said you can trade me to anybody but the Patriots. That's the only team that he said don't trade me to. Now, some people are saying it's because Matt Patricia signed with them. He wanted to distance himself from Patricia because he was in Detroit with him. But the Patriots could make a move for Deshaun. The Falcons, he's from Atlanta. Maybe the boy will go back home, 30 birds. And then 2 teams that also came into the mix, the Chicago Bears, they could give Foles up and some draft picks. And the Las Vegas, almost said Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders. They have 2 quarterbacks sitting there in Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota. They could get rid of one of them, give some back, and trade some draft picks. Could be a good fit for him in Vegas. But I'm going, who's the team that gives up draft picks to bring in talent all the time, historically more than anybody else? Washington and Dan Snyder. I think that could be a good fit for him. You're going to have a new team name hopefully next year. You need a new face. It's been a mess kind of over there. He could come solidify that position for them. And you're playing under Ron Rivera, right? The guy took a young Cam Newton who was similar to Deshaun's playing style. He's strong arm, athletic, quick reads, gets the ball out quick. Ron Rivera had a winning formula for that. They were 15-1 and went to the Super Bowl. I think Deshaun would want to go play for him. They just signed Scott Turner as their offensive coordinator, Norv Turner's son. So you got the talent there. Maybe Deshaun could go to Washington. I know that would make you happy.
Deshaun in DC, that would be nice because you're walking in to that defense, which is solid. But listen, man, the team that I think is the best fit, I just don't know if they can afford him with all the other moves that they have to make, would be the Saints, being that the whole talk is, he hasn't said it yet, but Drew Brees is going to retire. Man, how cool would it be to have Deshaun Watson in a place like New Orleans under Sean Payton with that young defense, with that, the coaching staff got broke up a little bit, with some of these new hirings, but as long as you got Sean there, eventually you're going to have those fans there. Deshaun can light it up on the field, but if you have an offensive guru that's kind of leading the charge like Sean Payton, that has to be an attractive location for Deshaun. But Sean Payton already did come out this week and say that Jameis Winston is high on their free agency list. And I believe that he's going to be the cheaper option. Jameis has found a pretty good way of getting the ball around. Sometimes a couple of years he might find the other team too much, but the guy can make throws and pretty much the same situation that I said about Deshaun Watson is for Jameis Winston. He's going to be under Sean Payton, man. That is a quarterback head coach relationship that all quarterbacks should want to strive to have in this league. But enough with the Saints. I really love what you said about Atlanta. You said he's from Atlanta. That would be cool for him to go back there. You have attractive targets to throw to a receiver, like Julio and Calvin Ridley. And that defense can get after you a little bit. And I think that would be a place that he would want to go. It would just, he would have to find a way to limit those distractions because, like you said, his family, a lot of his friends are there. So I don't know if it's a good fit when you're looking off the field, but on the field, Watson needs a fresh start. Why not go home?
It might be some trouble for you in the division, though, as a Saints fan and former player. Those foul cants.
We ain't worried about them dudes, man. We ain't worried about them dudes.
All right. You say that now. Record that, Joe. We might bring that back next year. All right, before we get into the game, every Super Bowl weekend in the host city, the NFL has their NFL honors with their award ceremony. There's a lot of awards that go out, a lot that goes into it. We're just going to run through MVP and Coach of the Year real quick. So, Bush, who you got? MVP, Coach of the Year.
MVP, I really feel like it's kind of unanimous. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers. 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 121 rating. The guy did it from the start to the finish. I'm a big fan of Aaron Rodgers winning this one. Coach of the Year, let's stay on down here in South Florida, baby. Let's go Brian Flores. 10-6, had all kind of quarterback, not issues, I wouldn't say controversy, but, swinging back and forth. They had a couple of games where they could have possibly won a couple more games this year if they would have found a way to finish better. They started slow. In the middle of the season, they were great. They finished slow, okay? They ended up 10-6, could have been 12-4. I'm a fan of what Brian Flores is doing with the Miami Dolphins.
For me, I'm going MVP. You said it, Aaron Rodgers, unanimous. I think it's a no-brainer. Coach of the Year, you got Flores, great pick by you. You got Bruce Arians, Matt LaFleur. I'm going back to Washington, Ron Rivera. Yeah, he was 7-9. Yeah, he won the worst division probably in the history of the NFL. He handled that quarterback situation with Haskins, Smith, and Heineke. He hosted a playoff game, almost beat Tampa Bay and Tom Brady, only lost by 8, and the guy beat cancer.
That's a mic
drop. What more can you say?
That's a mic drop for all the people that couldn't see the gesture that me just pulled off. It was a mic drop. I mean, look, I like Flores, but what you just said right there, he beat the odds, and with the crazy year that we've had, how can you not give it to the guy? And he still made the playoffs, like you said.
Ron Rivera.
All
right, let's jump into the game finally. Super Bowl time.
Let's get into it.
You played in this game, so you might be able to tell the people a little bit about this game this week leading up to it. You got, when you played, you got media day, you got stuff to do, you got cameras in your face, you got microphones in your face, you got your family there, friends there. It's a great week to get everybody involved. This year, it's going to be a little different, though. You got virtual media, you got limited fans in the stands. It's not going to be as much hype and craziness out there. How do you think that's going to affect the game and the people there?
I don't think the game's going to be affected. I think you're going to continue to see the high level of football that we've been seeing throughout the year. And I've been extremely happy with the NFL and the teams and the players and how they perform and having to deal with this adversity that they've been facing all year, with all these different protocols. But when you go to the Super Bowl, for the players, it's an experience, but for the fans, for your families and your friends, it is such an experience to be there, to not go down there and, it's more than the parties, it's the convention, it's the convention centers, it's the Super Bowl events that they're having for the families and for the kids. And it's just all the sights to see. It's in beautiful Tampa, so the weather's going to be great. So, it can be like you're kind of having FOMO a little bit if you're a player, because you're not having that atmosphere. You're not having the whole stands packed 2 hours before the game. You're not having the celebrities on the field sitting there watching you warm up. That is a space that is so special, that is so sacred, that these players aren't getting that feeling, and they're not having the media day on the day off on Tuesday, to do that, to experience that. That is something that these players, some of them might not get another opportunity to even get to a Super Bowl. Not everybody has the same season like Tom Brady or has been there like Ndamukong Suh or the whole pretty much Kansas City Chiefs team for the most part. They all had that experience last year down here in Miami. But a couple of good things are going to come out of that. I gave you all the bad, right? But the good is you have no distractions. It's not a whole bunch of ticket requests. It's not a whole bunch of reservations that need to be set so I can go eat with mom, dad, grandma, girlfriend, wife, friend, everybody who comes in town. It's no clubbing. It's no parties. It's no distractions. This right here is a football coach's dream. Okay, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is just another home game for them. That's exciting. That is something that's never happened in the NFL before. That is exciting for them, that they're going to be having, the Super Bowl pretty much in their backyard. But the Kansas City Chiefs are treating it just like any other away game. They're not flying until the day before. This feels like just another game. And at the end of the day, the game is what's the most meaningful to the players. You don't have all the outside distractions, but what you do have is you have the opportunity to come out on front. You have an opportunity to go home with one of these, to get that ring. But what it is, it's the camaraderie. It's the adversity that you were able to overcome. Can you imagine telling these stories over dinner to your kids? Like, man, we played during the pandemic, and we were able to be the team that was the most disciplined that finished last, or I guess you could say finish first, finish the, I don't know, however you want
last
to put
man
it.
standing.
Last man standing. That's what we're going to go with. But shit, I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I can't wait to sit up here and make this pick here.
Well, why don't you keep rolling? Roll with it. Take that excitement and turn it into pick the winner for the fans.
Let's go, baby. Hey, man. Tommy's home. He's sleeping in his bed. Giselle's at the crib. The kids are running around. Everybody's just enjoying life. They're playing in their backyard. They don't have to get on no flight. It's going to be, Tom is in his 10th Super Bowl. He has the opportunity to win number 7. That's more than some franchises even have as a total. So he has the opportunity to break records. But here's the thing, though. What worries me is the Chiefs' offensive line and at the bookends. Okay, you have guys who don't have as much playing experience. Fisher went out with an Achilles. You saw what JPP did versus the Green Bay Packers. Bakhtiari was out. He got some pressure over there. The way you're going to beat this game, the way you're going to win this game, you're going to have to hit Patrick Mahomes. And you're going to have to stick to your defensive rush plan. This guy has a knack for seeing the whole defense, moving away from pressure. Keep Patrick Mahomes guessing. Don't sit up here and do the same things that you were doing on defensively. Switch it up a little bit. Give him some different looks. Make sure that the defensive line is staying home, because when he's able to squeak out the pocket, next thing you know, he's yelling. He's motioning to Tyreek, go long, go long. Travis Kelce is breaking away from one of these linebackers or one of these people that's trying to cover him. And these guys have been going over 100 for every single playoff game. They are lighting it up. What's going to be the plan? The Bucs secondary and Antoine Winfield Jr., if he's able to come back, he's able to play. They've been causing turnovers. That's going to be big. Can you steal a possession or two from Patrick Mahomes? In the Chiefs' run game, you're going to have to find a way to get some success, because the Bucs' defensive line is going to get home. I'm telling you, they're going to get home when it comes to rushing the passer. So the Chiefs, the big boys up front for the Chiefs, they have to take it upon themselves to run the ball, take some pressure off of the drop back, so you're able to mix up your playbook a little bit. But it's going to be tough, man. It's really going to be tough. And I really feel like the deciding factor in this game, because you have two high-powered offenses. I cannot wait to see these two guys go at it. But what's the X factor? What's the one thing, me? The Bucs defensive line. And it's going to be outside and it's going to be inside. McClendon, Vita Vea, he came back. That's a load in the middle. You got Ndamukong Suh. He wants to get to the Super Bowl ring before he hangs it up. I know that. I know that for a fact. And then you got JPP, Shaq Barrett, Devin White. Man, it's going to be exciting, man. Just make sure they find a way. Don't let Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill be the reason that you don't win this game. I got the Bucs in this one. I got the Bucs doing it, man.
Riding the Bucs. You just want the team that knocked out the Saints to win the Super Bowl. So you can say you lost to the winner.
Hey, man, you know what? I respect it. Number 10, I respect it, because the Bucs, they could have had two instances like they did earlier in the year versus Saints, but they found a way to get it done, and they protected Tom. You protect Tom, get after the other quarterback, and they're going to be holding the Lombardi up again.
They've been keeping Tom clean all playoff.
Yes, they
Should
have.
be a great game. Should be a great game, like you said. Chiefs are favored by 3.5. Now, as a fan and a bettor, you got to tell me, you're giving me Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, and you're giving me more than a field goal. It's a no-brainer. You got to take the Bucs, right? It's his 10th Super Bowl, like you said. It's the first time since his first Super Bowl 19 years ago that he's been an underdog in this thing. So 8 times he's been the favorite. The second time he's been an underdog. He won the last one outright. Remember when he beat the greatest show on turf? They were 14-point underdogs and they won the game outright. It's only the 12th time in his career, because technically they're playing at home, right? It's a home game, so we can look at the home game statistics. 12 times in his career he's been an underdog. That's it. All the games he's played, 12 times he's been an underdog.
Wow.
Nine of those times he's led the team to win the game without the points. We don't need the points. We're going to win the game outright. He's only lost 3 times in those games, and one of them was earlier this year against those Chiefs at home. Bruce Arians, you got to love Bruce Arians. The guy's been around. He's been a quarterback guru, Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, Ben Roethlisberger. Now he's got Brady. Give this guy a ring, right? If Disney was making this movie, the Bucs would win this game. But we got to play the game on the field, right? I love the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. And you got to look – they don't have the tackles. That scares me a little bit, like you said. Both their tackles are out. And that Bucs D-line. But look at the other side of the ball. Who is the man that orchestrated the defense to stop Tom Brady from having a perfect season? Remember that back in 2016? Could have been a perfect season. Not so fast. Steve Spagnuolo came in and drew up that Giants defense and shut Brady and them down. And the Giants took it home that year. Spagnuolo is the D coordinator of the Chiefs. He's going to architect this defense again this Sunday. He's going to shut them down. Andy Reid, our boy, gave us a shout out. He's 18-3 following a regular season bye week. He's 7-2 in the playoffs following a bye week, including winning the Super Bowl last year. Technically, last week counts as a bye because they didn't play. 7-2. I think both those guys are going to have these boys ready to play. Chiefs will be ready. Disney's not making this movie. We got to play it on the field. I think it's going to be kind of close and low scoring if you're looking for an over-under out there. I think it's going to be low scoring. I'm looking at 27-20 Chiefs. You're over there shaking your head. You don't agree?
You're tripping. You're tripping. You are tripping right now, bro. Listen, they're gonna get after this boy. I'm telling you. I'm giving you 1 minute to change your vote. I'm just telling you. I'm giving you 1 minute because look, when Devin White has been in these playoffs, he's been an MFer to the opposing offense. Okay, do you think Travis Kelce's gonna get his 100+ yards? I don't think so. Tyreek Hill's the one that worries me. But they are going to get after Patrick Mahomes. Mark it. Mark my words. They're going to get after him. They have to because that's the only way they're going to win.
You're an offensive lineman. How do you beat a fast rushing D-line? Get the ball out of his hands. Quick screens. You run quick slants, 3-yard outs. I mean, Andy Reid, it didn't just wake up yesterday. He knows his tackles are out. They're going to game plan against that. I'm not scared of it. I'm going Chiefs.
That's very true.
But it's more because the coach.
But here's the thing, though. I don't think it's going to be early on. I don't think it's going to be early pressure. I don't think they're going to heat them up early. I think it's going to take 2-3 quarters. I could see something maybe breaking away. To me, in the middle of the third quarter, you're going to watch one of these teams break away. And if the Chiefs do break away, it's because exactly what you just said. They have a plan. They understand that we don't have our guys in here. We don't have at least our Pro Bowl left tackle. We don't have him in here right now. And they're very understanding of that. And Patrick Mahomes is very smart. So that's what I'm excited to see because it's going to be this chess match of making sure that you're putting your guys in the best position possible for the Chiefs. But it's really going to be on the other side of the ball. The Bucs offense. Can they score? Can they score with Kansas City? And if they do, something's going to have to give at some point. You can't sit there and try to do timing throws for the whole game. Something's going to have to give. I don't know. I'm excited. Your minutes
I'm excited for this game.
Your minutes up. You lock the Chiefs in. We're going to talk about a bet off air. We're going to talk
I
about it.
can't wait. I can't wait for this game. I can't wait for after the game when we get our boy Andy Reid on here and saying, me was right, Bush was wrong, but it's all good. I love you guys. Insert that clip right here.
Get it done.
It should be a good game either way. It was a great season. Hope you guys liked it. Stick around. Enjoy the game. Let us know in the comments what some of your favorite foods are for the Super Bowl, and look at the ring. Kiss the ring.
What are you eating? Before we get off, what are you eating?
I'm a big nacho guy. I always make my homemade nachos.
God.
You know how we do. Wings and nachos for me. I'm pretty basic.
I'm doing a steak and cheese sandwich.
Ooh.
I got fried chicken sliders.
Mm-hmm.
I got regular sliders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll these out for like appetizers. Boom, boom, boom. And then for the game, I'm gonna drop some fish in that grease, man. I'm gonna smoke a few wings. I'll send you. I'll send you some pictures. I'll send you some pictures, baby. You know how we do down here in the Bushra household, baby.
The way you looking now, I thought you was gonna say like a veggie tray with some avocado toast and some blueberries.
Hey, don't get it twisted. I had a smoothie for breakfast. I had fruit after that, and then for lunch I had some kind of rice salad bowl. And my wife walked in like 5 minutes when we were doing this taping, and she has my other salad ready. I'm prepping, dude. I can't go hard. I can't. Thanks, man. Thanks. You know, that really makes me feel good.
You look like you're drinking light beer or something over there. I don't know who you are.
I am. I'm drinking freshly pressed juices
with my organic vodka.
Oh my God, is that more than 100 calories? I don't want it.
All right, guys, there you have it.
Man.
I got the Chiefs. Bush got the Bucks.
Yeah.
I got the wings. He's got the steak and cheese. Hope you guys enjoy the game, man. Enjoy the game, man.